So getting started, as you know, I didn't have basically any money. We're in the process of trying to take $10 and turn that into $1 million. So one of the things that you can do when you're first getting started and you don't have any cash is reach out to friends and family. There's other ways you can do it. You know, Facebook, was it Neighbor Watch, whatever it is, where you can post that you're available to do different gigs. What I decided to do is reach out to some friends and family. I knew they had some stuff that needed to be done, so I'm going to show you some quick footage. Basically what we're looking at in the garage here is some stuff that I moved about a week or so, kind of to fund this thing and get it going. I told my family that they should get some estimates from 2 or 3 contractors, kind of find out what it would cost to load it up, and then what I would do is I would come in at a little bit lower of a price. Of course, being family, they knew I would do a good job. So what you're looking at in here, all the way back to the far left where that rug is, that was included in the move, and what you see behind that wood headboard, those beds were included in the move. So the bed frame on the right, both of these fridges, all that furniture, all the way back to the rugs. And I'm going to move back in here, kind of show you from the other side. All that stuff was included in this move, not this engine hoist here, but the beds all the way to the back that you see, you know, right below that shelf. So all that stuff was included in the move. They got some prices from 2 or 3 people. I came in at a little bit lower of a bid. What it entailed was taking it out of one house, taking it out of one garage, and we did it in 2 stages. So one day we moved everything out of the house and disassembled the bed and all that. We moved that into the garage for one day, and it only took, I don't know, 2.5 hours. I charged $75, which was a good deal for them, a good deal for me. Then went back 3 days later and rented a U-Haul truck, drove it an hour up to the location to pick up, loaded all this stuff from the garage onto the truck, drove the truck an hour south, and then unloaded the truck, put everything in here, cleaned up the truck, and returned that. So that's the first job that I did. And on that job, the bids that came in, I don't remember exactly what they were. What I charged, what I asked for was $375, and I got that for that job. Took about 5 hours, so there's good money. So I'm out here looking at another job. This again is from reaching out with friends and family, and this job is actually going to be a leaf, kind of a leaf cleanup, and picking up some sticks, piling some brush, and keeping things clean. Basically it goes all the way down to the end where you see the tarps, way down there. We're going to walk down there, but it goes from the fence all the way along. You can see some flags out there about 150 feet out, and it goes all the way down to where these tarps are. We're going to walk down there, but basically all these leaves that you see, we're not doing anything with the brush. The brush is going to stay. The leaves that you see straight ahead there in a pile, that's going to become a mulch pile. So basically from here all the way up to the beginning of the tree line, we're going to blow all the leaves here into that pile and just let it mulch. Then all these leaves in this section that goes all the way down behind the wood pile, what we're going to do is blow all those down to the bottom of the hill, and that'll become a mulch pile as well. So we're not doing anything with the, with the wood pile here, and we're not doing anything with these leaves, but all these little leaves, and pick up all the sticks, basically blow the leaves into this pile, or just beyond. You can see there's a line down here of leaves. When those were blown, they were 4 or 5 feet high last year, so they will settle. But we're going to go through here and blow all the leaves, clear all this. I don't know how much it is. I don't know what the square footage is. I'm going to measure it, but I've actually done this job last year. I did it the year before, just to pick up some extra money. But again, we're going to blow out in between, get all the leaves out of here so you don't slip when you come to get wood. Get all that picked up, all blown out for them, clean and straightened up, and blow the leaves into piles. We're not removing the leaves, just blowing the leaves. And most of the jobs like this that I've bid in the past, I haven't done many of them, but what I found is typically if you bid it right, you can get somewhere between $40 an hour and up to about $65 an hour if it's bid right. In my case, I don't have a leaf blower, so I'm using a family member's leaf blower. Hopefully I can come up with one this year so I can blow leaves, do leaf removal in the fall, but at this point I'll be using someone else's equipment. So again, reaching out to friends and family, a lot of times you can find hidden opportunities. I know initially to remove all these leaves, the first year the bids came in anywhere from, I think the bids were like $1,900 was the lowest one initially. They'd never been done, 20 years of leaf buildup, to as high as $3,900. So $1,900 bid, $2,700 bid, and a $3,900 bid. I kind of bounced in right at the middle and said, hey, I'll do it for this, and being family, I was able, of course, to get that job. So now maintaining it's a little bit easier. You only have to do it 3 or 4 times in the fall, and 3 or 4 times in the fall, and it looks sharp all the time. So all that money is not going to go towards bids. It's going to go towards the channel. I'll only be doing it one time here in the next week or two, and that'll be added to the channel's net worth. Then it won't get done again until about November. So I've got 2 or 3 little jobs lined up. That's one that's coming up in about 2 weeks. Hey guys, so I'm doing another estimate again, reaching out to friends and family because I'm just getting going. But in this particular case, what I'm going to be doing is removing a couple trees, and I'm going to be removing this tree here, which is, I don't know, probably 50, 75 feet tall, something like that. There's a little scraggly tree here, about 30 feet tall. We're going to cut that down and remove that. And then another little scraggly tree right here. This tree here, we're going to take that one down. This is the other one. It's real scraggly and thin. Be quick work around my area. Just to cut those and drop them. In this area, they charge between $100 to $150. There's not really any danger of them hitting anything, except for a little shrub over here. So small, easy tree dropping jobs, I'll go ahead and do those. If somebody wants them hauled off, you just have to kind of figure out what it's going to cost you to haul them off. In my case, I don't have a truck. I can get a truck, or I can rent a truck if I needed to. I might be able to borrow one. But if somebody wanted those actually cut up and hauled off, I would probably charge another $50, $50 to $75. So it was just me. It might take an hour and 15 minutes, so it's not a bad gig. In this particular case, they actually use it to keep warm in the winter. They burn it themselves, so it'll just be cut up and left and then moved to the wood piles in the back. But that's another job probably. So for the tree on the far left, 125. The one in the center, it's small, $7,500. Then the one to the right, another 125, 150. So looking at probably $450 to remove those trees. 300, 450, somewhere in that range. And it'll probably be able to get that done, I'm guessing 4 to 5 hours. So you're close to $100 an hour when you're doing tree work. Now again, don't have a lot of money, don't even actually have a chainsaw, but being family, I'm able to use and borrow a chainsaw. They've got a couple. Again, it's kind of on my list for this winter. You pick up a backpack leaf blower, which has got the volume to really move some leaves, and then also pick up a small, probably a small chainsaw, 16 inches, something like that, 16, 18 inches, just to be able to put that in your tool belt and offer other services, as you're out there talking to people. Because one job, 2 jobs, if they got 3 trees to take down, your chainsaw is free. You got a high quality tool, and you take down 6 or 7 trees in a week, even if they're only $100, $150 in little trees. 6 or 7 of those in a week, $700, $800. You can do that on your day off. So that's another bid that I just did. So at some point in the next 2 or 3 weeks, this leaf job and removing the trees will be added to the channel net worth. I'll get the footage when I do it, so you can kind of see what's going on, and we'll have a good time.